live, am I? Okay, let's have a look and see. Oh yes, I am. There I am. Right, let's get that going, and then I can see then if any comments come up and don't come up here. So good morning all. On this much brighter, yep, it's still a bit cloudy, but I could see some blue sky, and there's definitely some sun about because I can see some shadows in my garden. It makes a lovely, much nicer change to all the incessant rain we've had, which is really good. As I said, spent business retreat last week in Gloucester and Wales, and it in bloody incessantly rained, so wasn't brilliant last week, but that was fine. Anyway, so wasn't able to do Tune In Tuesday. I was going to do a follow-up later on in the day on Tuesday from my business retreat, but it was just too much going on, and I didn't really have the time to get that done. So I apologise if you were looking out for that last week, and I didn't do it. So stopping in today to talk to you about St David's Day, Mother's Day, and vouchers. They're the three main things that I'm covering today, but there's obviously a lot more. But this is the discussions that we were having in the 8am Members Parliament, the members area of the Academy yesterday in the Parliament. And this is our tea and business call yesterday morning. Now, obviously, I'm not going to share everything that was discussed in the Parliament yesterday, because that's for the members. But it was just that one of the members had put this question forward about what offers to create. And to me, it's not all about offers. You want to me, you want to put something out there to attract, if you want to fill your diary more, to attract clients or new clients or old clients to come back. But also what you want to do is to offer value as a thank you to your clients that are all already there. So this is what I want to cover today. It's like St David's Day. For those in Wales, will want to celebrate St David's Day. I do here. I either wear my far too large, but I love it, Wales flag waistcoat. And you know, you can offer different things. I know that when I was working more hands-on, just for one day only, I would promote and offer a free foot spa detox with every reflexology booking. So that was a saving of them for, you know, £20–25. But to me, it was just people having a foot soak through the machine for half an hour before they have reflexology. So it's a half an hour extra time added for me, but that was fine. And I used to get my diary day filled for that, or the appointments for that day. So you can do and offer lots of different things for St David's Day. It could be just social media posts. It could be a video or something, you know, out and about in the sunshine with the daffodils. You could buy little bunches. I mean, you can get bunches of daffodils now for £1. You can have a bunch of daffodils for every client you see on St David's Day. Lots of different things that you can think of. If you're into baking or want to buy Welsh cakes, you can do that. So lots of different things. These are just simple suggestions, and I would keep it nice and simple for St David's Day because it's one day. But if you're Welsh and you want to promote it and share it, or if you're in England but you want to offer something for your Welsh friends, then do that. Welsh clients, then do that. And the same then to do for St Andrews and whatever, St Andrews Day and everything else that you've got. St George's Day, sorry, yeah, and St Andrews Day for Scotland. So remember those things. Don't just do for one if you're going to do for others. But we've got Mother's Day coming up, which in our calendar is more important, especially if you're working with women and mums. So what can you look at there? Obviously, we all do offer different therapies for the day. And again, as like I said, try not to offer discount by saying 30, no, £25 or £20 for a facial, normal price 30. Dearer than that now. But don't often go giving discounts. Give them added value. You can even put the sound of that in your name of your offer. So the name of your promotion. So if you want to do a facial, say, as a Mother's Day promotion for that week or that month, you could say this facial is fit for a queen. So the emphasis on that title is to do with more luxury. So you can, certainly go talking about that. I mean, have a look and try. If you want to play and you haven't tried before, try the AI with Chat GPT and put in words and things and get them to think of titles for you if you're not sure what to call it, if you want to try and make it different. But always try and think of added value and not discount. So add in an extra 15 minutes on to a treatment that you can add together. So if you're doing nails, and if so, I don't know, I don't do nails, but if it's a file and polish that you're adding art to it for extra, or whether there's something else part of that nail manicure that you can do that's different. I know with beauty that they tend, if they're doing eyelashes, it's like a tint or something and a curl. I don't know, they can add an extra on which doesn't cost a lot and is not that much in time. It might be easier for the beauty side of things, and holistic we just have to think that bit more. But it might be, as I said, like a 15-minute hand massage, 15-minute foot massage if you're a reflexologist, but you also do hot stone massage, but you haven't got your qualification in hot stone reflexology. You could do reflexology and then after 15 minutes add on a 15-minute foot massage with hot stone. You could do that, or add on reflexology with a 15-minute hot stone hand massage, something like that, that you can put two treatments together. So not necessarily, I mean, I normally do my most popular package is half hour back, neck and shoulder, half hour reflexology. I'm on about adding something that little bit more, that's 15-20 minutes, maybe something that many of your clients haven't had. So if you want to pick up your hot stone bookings, you add that. It's like a little taster, but you're adding it to the treatment. I know in the past when I've talked to therapists, and I've talked about facials before, and I've said, when you're doing a facial, when the mask is on, as an offer, give them 15 minutes hand massage. And they say, well, I do that anyway. And I go, why? And they say, oh, well, it's nice. It's a nice little treat for them. Yeah, but you're giving them something added into the treatment that they don't even know about. So either do that and say that is part of your treatment, is a hand massage, or you keep it out and add that as an extra, as that 15 minutes of added value to the treatment that they're getting. So always try and think of something different. Don't try and think, again, a bit out of the box. Don't be the same as everybody else. Try and think and see what you can create or come up with something different. It might be difficult. You might be thinking, oh, blimey, I can't think of these things. This is where business buddies come in, or in here, the therapist on business, where you can brainstorm with other therapists in here. Maybe make some connections with other therapists in here that you want to connect with and business buddy up with, or just posting it and say you're trying to come up with an idea. What do you suggest? And we can, bounce off one another. Please, it's not competition. We are here to support one another and aid and be a community. So yes, a lot of us are in the same industry, but we're not in competition with one another. This is a community of support. So there's different things there that you can think of with Mother's Day. As I said, it's different. Again, one of them that I suggested to yesterday with the Parliament lot was that maybe you can do a collaboration with someone or something. So a collaboration with someone that might be different. So you might want to do holistic and beauty. You might want to do, and I'm not necessarily a database share or a voucher share, so we talked about that in with the Parliament yesterday. Um, you might want to do not so much a swap, but a package together. I know I used to do, and this wasn't a special offer. This is what we This is what we offered anyway as part of the New Year, New You. Somebody I partnered up with Nordic Walking, so we'd have Nordic walkers and they'd be getting leg massage. So I partnered up with that. So think about what you can do. We automatically think of beauty, but also think something outside the box as well, um, that you wouldn't necessarily think of. So yeah, you've got beauty, you've got yoga, you've got whatever's different to your to what you do. But also think differently again. It's like I was suggesting yesterday of collaborating with a cafe, so that either you can buy vouchers from a cafe, or you talk to the cafe and they have a treatment with you, and then they go off and they have afternoon tea, or they can go off and have coffee and cake. Whatever it is that you need to talk to the cafe about it, and you can create something a bit like a spa experience, but cheaper and local. So think of different things. What businesses are there in the area? If you're already networking and you know businesses in the that you network with, what do they do? Is there something that you can collaborate there with, for networking? Now this is not necessarily Mother's Day, but again, it might be something that a garage, and I know of therapists that go in and they do 1 day a week or 1 day a month. They go in the garage and they do on-site massage for women that bring their cars in on a Friday to get their car MOT'd. So the woman, as part of the MOT, she has a back, neck and shoulder massage. It works perfectly. You might look at me and go, what the? But it works perfectly. It works for the MOT, it works for the garage, it works for the therapist. They both do well out of it and attracting the clients. And that is a niche ideal client. So again, that I would do for normal. I wouldn't just do that for Mother's Day. That I would do as a normal set deal of once a week or once a month, going in and accumulating their wanting MOTs for the day with women. But again, it's thinking outside the box. We were talking about fairs and events and how to set up. And there was myself and another therapist who had two totally different thoughts. Me with a table, the other therapist without a table. And we were both putting our points of view forward on what we thought and how we'd work with it. And this is what the joy of it is that when you brainstorm with others, you get others' ideas, not just my ideas all the time. You get other thoughts involved in it as well. So we were covering that yesterday. And the last bit I want to talk about today is vouchers. We all do vouchers within our business. If you're not doing vouchers, you're missing out. But we all do vouchers within our business. Now, vouchers are vouchers, are vouchers. And that what I mean is through my timeline and in my newsletters, it's what I see. Vouchers for Mother's Day. Do you want to buy your mum a voucher, etc., etc.? Right? Standard. Let's think differently with voucher. Vouchers are vouchers are vouchers. You can't change a voucher. You can't make the voucher any different. It is in exchange for money. It's either for value, money value, or it's for the treatment. But how can you make your voucher look different? How can you make your voucher different and stand out from others? And that's by making it look different. Years ago, I used to do mine, and I deliver mine with a handmade card. Don't do it now, so I don't have time to make handmade cards. But I used to do handmade cards. I've seen people make their voucher into a scroll, an old-fashioned scroll, and roll it up and then seal it with wax. I've seen people, and I've done it myself, where I've delivered the voucher as part of a package. So whether it's with a mug, wheatie bag, chocolates and biscuits or whatever in it like that. You might want to do it with, if you're a reflexologist or somebody buys a reflexology voucher, you might want to put it with an inflatable bowl and some goodies in there. You might want to do a voucher with a foot soak with Epsom salt's foot soak or something. Always think about how you can make your voucher look different. You can get looking on YouTube and Pinterest. You can get these pop-up cards that you could put a voucher inside, and the card and the little box pops open. You could do something like that. Just try and think of being more creative and how you can get your vouchers different, and also then marketing them and then promoting them different. So whether it is photographs of the vouchers as they are, or doing a little video of how you make up your voucher, or a voucher if you've got one of those pop-up ones, how what they look like when they pop open. Anything like that, whether you want to buy 3D cards that you put the voucher in so the card opens up. Think about how you can present your vouchers different to how it stands out. Your therapies are different. You are different. Let's get your vouchers different as well. Not the same as I give my vouchers. You can buy them for monetary value or treatment, and that's it. Everybody else is doing that. That's where you will get competition. But why are you unique? Why are you special? Because your vouchers are special also. Your vouchers are like you. They're authentically you. So show them authentically you. If you're into herbs or you're into flowers, things like that, again, put a card up, decorate it with ribbon with a flower or a pressed flower, or some herbs in there, some lavender or something in there. Just make them stand out and look different. So when somebody's presenting it to their mum, it's not just a little white envelope with a voucher in it. Make it stand out and look different. So that's my thoughts for you today, to get you thinking about St. David's Day, Mother's Day and vouchers. Do share your ideas in here. I'd love to know what you're doing, what you're thinking of creating. And again, share your, if you've got promotional posts, post them in the group. Again, we're not competition, we're supporting one another. So do share in there, asking for our opinion, what we think. If you're up to criticism, if you're up to positivity, maybe not so much that, then you might feel a bit sensitive about it. But again, promote courses promote your offers in the area, because don't forget, people live all over the country. I mean, I've lost my mum recently, as you know, but I was always looking out to see what other therapists were doing in the Chepstow area. But I've got thanks, Caroline. Take it. That's all right. Just comments just come up. But if you, as I said, my mother lived in Chepstow, so I was always on the look to see what therapists were promoting for Mother's Day, so that I could get something for my mum. I couldn't do it because I'm living down here, down in West Sussex. Not the same as receiving a treatment from their daughter, but I could book a therapist up for my mum to go and see. So I was always looking out for therapists. So again, don't think, oh, because there's nobody in the group that's living in my area or whatever, you don't know where relatives or family are. I might have booked something up for my mum in Chepstow. I had an auntie that was very like a second mum to me that lived in Newport. So I was always looking at therapists around the Newport and Chepstow area to see what they were doing, that I could, any offers during the, any promotions through the year, not necessarily, just Mother's Day. I could see what else they were doing. So do share what you're doing for Mother's Day in here, because there's somebody in here might have a family or a mum somewhere in your area. It's always good to know. So there we go. That's Tune In Tuesday with today with Ali. Do have a good week, and I will catch up with you again next week. Bye for now.